Hey everybody, Grace here, your favorite Catholic blogger. Welcome to my channel, Prayer and Passports, The Road to Freedom. So I get asked a lot about that phrase, the road to freedom, and it's metaphorical or not. So prayer and passports, prayer is adoration, and passport, the road to freedom, would be metaphorical if we're talking about the path to heaven or if we're talking about real travel. I'm on my sixth passport, so I love to travel. So that's the story of the prayer and passports, the road to freedom. I get asked a lot about that, the word choice, and I also get asked a lot about what my niche is. Who am I, the girl behind the blog? And so I like to say that I am a faith-based girl boss mom blogger, a lifestyle blogger. And so essentially, I am writing about life, love, God, and everything in between, but through the lens of a Catholic. So that's me in a nutshell. Thanks for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to have you guys tune in. So today I'm talking about the blogging secret sauce and what that is. So again, you're probably asking yourself, what does this new blogger have to share about blogging secrets? I mean, I think I went live only 4 months ago. But you know what? 4 months ago in the blogging world is kind of like a dog's life. I feel like I've been in it for some time. So today we're talking about secret sauce and two of my helpful hints. One is to network. Network, network, network. I can't stress enough about how important it is for you to put your name out there, put your brand out there, and really get to know your blogger tribe. Go find your community. My pro tip here is Twitter. Twitter for me is my favorite social. I'm continuously blown away by the level of support and the inspiration that I get from fellow bloggers. So that would be my pro tip. And then tip number two would be playing a little detective. Yep, you're going to have to investigate a little bit about blogging, not just about what you want to blog about, but the community in of itself. I mean, think of it this way. When you were in school and you wanted to pass a test, you studied. When it was time to take your driver's license test, you studied. When you interviewed for that job, you probably studied up on the company. And when you booked that big vacation, you probably brushed up on places to go or prices of flights if you were flying. And so blogging is no different. You're really going to have to invest a lot of time in reading everything and getting your hands on as much information as possible. So for me, it's super important to sign up for as many free e-courses as possible and signing up for and receiving ebooks that I can brush up on and find the ins and outs on monetizing, the importance of the disclosures in the blogs, etc. My pro tip here is that when I started, I signed up for the 30-day option with Audible and with Kindle. Ultimately, I ended up choosing Audible. And so, my gosh, what a great decision that was, because I was able, my first book that I downloaded and listened to on my first couple of business trips a few months ago definitely paved the way for me to feel confident about writing my first ebook next year. So that would be my pro tip. And I will offer you some links below for Kindle and for Audible for those free 30 days. I'll also share with you the link to my blog so that you can read all the details about my blogging secret sauce. And then, you know, the next steps here would be to get organized and start writing. And so getting organized is super important. It's not as easy as just sitting down and writing content. I mean, you have to remember that you're still going to have to tweet, you'll have to Facebook. If you're interested in being on YouTube, you're going to have to invest some time in better lighting than myself, probably good camera equipment. And so being organized is super important. Pro tip here is if you want to write about something simple, start with yourself. I mean, your About Me page is super important, and then from there, jump into whatever you're passionate about. Again, if you find your blogger community, you can tap into some of their best practices. There are challenges that go on every month that you can write about, and so it doesn't have to be an 800-word page. or post. I mean, you can start small and maybe blog about your favorite holiday movies, or you could blog about your favorite last read and do a review. So it's just super important that it ties in with your niche. For myself, since I'm a lifestyle blogger, it's kind of the umbrella that captures any and everything that has to do with life. So I write about blogging, I write about being a Catholic, about faith, and so forth and so on. So that's my pro tip. Make sure that you start with something simple, maybe your About Me page or something that you're passionate about, and then just get to writing. Getting organized is going to be super important and will be part of your success. So for me, I'm really excited to share that I have decided to pull the trigger and participate in Blogmas. That's right, Blogmas. Now, if you're asking yourself, what the hell is that? Sorry. What the heck is that? Bleep. Blogmas is a 31-day challenge in December where bloggers write every single day. We post something every single day in our blogs, and so some posts can be 300 words and some can be 800. And believe it or not, I decided to pull the trigger on this bad boy yesterday, and I already came up with my 31 topics for December. I am so proud of myself. Now, 4 of those will include guest posts from fellow bloggers. So if you're interested, DM me, or you can always comment below if you'd like to be featured in my blog for the month of December. I already have 2 folks that have DM'd me through Twitter, so I'm really excited about that. Have also been asked to feature blog on a couple of other websites, so I feel super blessed, to be perfectly honest. Next up also that I'm very excited to share with you is I'm going to conduct a sort of social experiment with myself. So I'm going to be writing this week a review on 2 of my favorite bloggers. One is Boss Girl Bloggers, and that's by Lauren Duclos, and I'm massacring her last name. She is very inspirational, and she's just so relatable that I feel compelled to follow her and review her. Also, we'll be reviewing this week my other favorite, which is It's a Lovely Life. You've probably heard of the Delaney family. So Heather and her husband have created this sort of blogging community sensation. And really, she and her family, the It's a Lovely Life and their Teachables, had everything to do with how I launched my blog this summer. So I'll be reviewing both of those and giving you guys some side-by-side comparisons. But at the end of the day, I'm going to start a 6-month social experiment. So in Boss Girl Bloggers, Lauren has some amazing teachables, and so she has one about setting yourself up for success within 6 months. Now, mind you, I don't intend to, I do intend to follow her advice to the T, but without the expectation that I would actually retire from my daytime job in 6 months. Absolutely not. But I'm curious to see how that 6-month journey will drive my viewership up and my readership. So I will be writing about that in the next couple of weeks and launching that that little event, and we'll be keeping you posted with monthly updates. And that's pretty much it. Again, I'm going to be providing some links below to Audible, Kindle. I'll be providing a link also to Lauren's website, as well as It's a Lovely Life. And yeah, so like I tell you every day, or I mean every time we see each other, if you like what you see, come on, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment or 2. I love hearing from you, and I guess that's it. I thank you for joining me, and I hope that you have a blessed week. Toodaloo.